Okay, I don't think either of these answers is correct. On this video, I'll show you kind of how to do this so that you get a final calculation with no intermediate calculations. All right, so we actually have two unknowns. This height right here, which you called x, so I'm going to call this distance y. And with this little triangle here on the right, we can say that the tangent of 55 is x over y. If we solve that for y in terms of x, we get x over the tangent of 55. For the big triangle, the big right triangle, we can still use the tangent of 11.2 equals x over, this is the adjacent side, y plus 2640. And if we want to solve that for y in terms of x, we'll multiply both sides by this denominator, giving us this. Then to get the y by itself, we'll subtract this term and then divide by 11.2. So here's our two equations with two unknowns with y isolated, which means we can use the substitution method. Since we have two expressions with x both equal to y, that's where we come over to here. So x over the tangent of 55 equals this expression for y in terms of x. You could picture cross multiplying, distributing the tangent of 55 times both terms of this numerator. And we want to get the terms containing x on one side of the equal sign. So I picture taking this term to the left of the equal sign and the x tangent of 11.2 to the right side, and then using the symmetric property for equality to write it this way. And now we can divide or factor out this x, which I've done here, and then divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is this. And that gives us this. And that's what you can type into the calculator. The numerator divided by that denominator gives you 606.87. Not matching either of these guys. I'm not going to even try to figure out what went wrong with those two possible solutions. Here's kind of proof that my answer is correct. This was point A, the origin. This was point B, which is 2640 to the right of A. This equation is the equation of this line right here, because the slope is the tangent of 11.2 with the y-intercept of 0. The equation of this line is the tangent of 55 times x minus 2640. I just wrote b dot x here, but that's really a 2640. And then the intersection of those two lines is going to be where the triangle, the third vertex of the big triangle. And that's this y coordinate right here, is this height right here. So it's really a y distance. So I'll just put y equals 606.87. And if we go back to board 1, 606.87. Okay, there you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.